Blonde hair, blue eyes that'll make you faint on sight, but she looks like trouble. Her lips so kissable and poisonous. I know she won't be good for me, but I don't care.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little bit of a break since this video and my last video, but those of you that have stuck around, thank you so much. Today's look is going to be this pink smoky halo eye. I was gonna go for something a little bit more sweet and like pretty in pink, but this is what happened. So I really like it. You could totally wear this for Valentine's Day. That's what I was gonna go for today, but I mean, why not? You could totally wear this for Valentine's Day. Who cares? So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Alright, so I feel like some of this is going to be talking to camera and then other parts is going to be voiceover. So sorry about that. I'm going to zoom into my eyes. Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer to my eyelids. And I'm doing this because I'm going to be applying the Hydra Cream base over top of my eyelids. So I'm just blending that into my skin, and then I am setting it with a translucent powder. And like I said, I'm going to be using a Hydra Cream base. This is from SUVA Beauty, and it's in the shade Painted Elephant. And this is my favorite makeup product ever. I'm just saying. And I'm applying that with a paintbrush. I have activated the Hydra Cream base with some eye drops. And then I'm just taking this LUXIE Tapered Blending brush. It's a dual fiber, so it's really great for like cream products. And I'm just blending out the edge there so that it's nice and diffused. So now I'm going into my Morphe 35C palette, and I'm going to start with the lightest pink there. And I'm taking this on my ZOEVA 227 brush. I'm sorry, this clip is blurry. And I am just going over the upper crease area as my transition shade. And then I'm just taking my Sigma E40 brush because it's a lot fluffier. And I'm going to go back over the upper crease area to make sure it's all nice and diffused and blended out. Now I'm taking that sort of cranberry color, and on that ZOEVA 227 brush, I'm applying it to the outer crease area. And then the inner crease area. And since we're doing a halo type eye, I'm taking that on the inner and outer corners as well. And now I'm taking the Sigma E40 and going back over the crease. And I just picked up some of that light pink to help diffuse that edge. So next, taking that next shade over on the ZOEVA 227, I'm adding that to the inner and outer corners. And now taking the darkest cranberry or burgundy shade in the palette and adding it to the inner and outer corners as well. And then I just spent a little bit of time blending. Next, taking a black from the palette on my Sigma E45 brush, and I'm just applying this to the outer corner of my eye and then going in and blending that out. So now I'm going into the Makeup Forever Artist 3 palette, and I'm taking the I-918 shade, which is the lavender, on a flat paintbrush, and I'm applying this to the center of my lid. I actually did not wet my brush with liquid, Fix Plus, eye drops, whatever. This is straight pigment from the brush, which I'm very, very impressed. Then of course going over the edges to make sure it's nice and blended. So now going back to my face, I'm going to be applying my foundation. This is the NUANCE by SALMA HAYEK liquid foundation, and I'm in the shade Light Medium Cool. I went to CVS and picked this up because with tanning and everything, so I'm going on vacation, my skin is a lot darker and my foundations match, so I figured why not just pick one up from the drugstore. And I actually really like this one, and it matched my skin perfectly, and I really like the way that it wore on my skin. So I'm just blending that in with my Real Techniques sponge. Next for concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Here I'm applying shade 10, but then I went back with shade 15, which is fair, just for a little bit more highlight. And I applied it to my chin and forehead as well, and blending that out with the same Real Techniques sponge. And then to set the under eyes, I'm taking the Kat Von D Translucent LOHKO setting powder and baking pretty much my under eye area. Right in the middle of my eyebrows and then my chin area. For the rest of the face, I'm going to set it with the NUANCE by SALMA HAYEK setting powder or face powder and my large SEPHORA brush. I love how I said some of this was going to be voiceover and the other one's going to be talking to camera. Sorry about that. Zooming back into the eyes, I'm going to take that SUVA Hydra Cream Base again on that flat paintbrush, and I'm applying that to the lower lash line, and then again blending that out with the LUXIE blending brush and making a very weird facial expression. And then I'm taking that cranberry color and applying that to the lower lash line, making sure that is blended out with the Sigma E40 brush and the lightest pink in the Morphe palette. Taking some face powder and going over the edge so it's nice and blended, then adding some of the darkest burgundy color to the outer corner, blending again. Now I'm taking the Sigma Power Liner in the shade Initial and applying this to my waterline. Then going into the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, I'm going to take the shade Pink Opal with the Sigma E56 brush, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone and the inner corner of my eye. Next, I will be tight lining my upper waterline, always important. Then I'm taking my LOHKO lashes in the style Pinup Girl, and this is the finished eye look. Next, we're going to switch back to the face and finish it up. I'm taking the MILANI XL Bronzer and bronzing up my cheekbones and my forehead. Next, just contouring my nose, I'm taking the NYX Taupe Blush with the Sigma E25 to first apply, and then I'm going to blend out that product with my Real Techniques contour brush. I just realized I didn't cream contour today. Huh, no, things happen. Forget. It all worked out, so no big deal. So the next thing, I'm taking my Makeup Geek blush in the shade Spellbound with this ZOEVA angled face brush. Then to highlight, I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Gleam Glow Kit, and I'm taking Crushed Pearl and the shade next to it. I do not know what it's called because I've never used it before. And I'm taking that on my crown brush, fan brush, and applying that to my cheekbones and the tip of my nose with a smaller brush. Then I'm just drawing on some fake frecks with my NYX Ash Brown Micro Brow Pencil. And I always like to take my sponge and go over them so that they don't look as noticeable. And then I'm just setting my face with the Smashbox Primer Water. And for my lips, I'm going into the ABH Lip Palette. First, I'm taking the shade 12, then shade 1, and shade 9, mixing that on the palette. And this is the shade that I got, but I wanted it a little lighter, so I took Primary 1, which is the white, and that is the shade there. And I'm just applying that to my lips with the brush that came with the palette. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.